Hi everyone, welcome back to Tarot Talks. We're going to cover the Two of Cups and the Two of Pentacles in this episode. And so the Two of Cups is June 21st to July 1st, first decan of Cancer, 0 to 10 degrees. It's the first 10 degrees of Cancer. The Golden Dawn called this card Lord of Love. So this is Venus in Cancer. 2 is the most feminine number in all the numbers. In the major arcana, 2 is the High Priestess. 1 being the staff, which if you apply pressure, it can be broken. 2 looks like she may be on bended knee. If you look at the traditional drawing of a 2, it looks like she is bowing down in praise of her king. It kind of looks like the butt end of someone in the bowing position on bended knee, and they are in servitude. And no matter how much pressure is applied, because of the structure of the number 2, she bends, but she will not break. So this is a testimony to the strength of the sacred feminine. 2 is affiliated with music and art, which is Venus. In the original zodiac, Taurus is the second astrological sign much associated with music and art. Okay, so then we also want to look at the imagery in this card, which is the winged lion with the caduceus. So this is actually the staff of Hermes, male and female energies rising up the spine to meet in union at the 6th chakra. So the 6th chakra is it is identified with Tiferet, which is beauty on the tree of life, love and beauty. This card has ties to the Lover's card, which is the Lover's 6. Exploding into the 7th chakra, the crown chakra suddenly sprouts wings. So when they meet at the 6th chakra, you get the winged serpent. So here, we're not looking at a winged serpent, though. We're looking at a winged lion, okay? Suddenly, a male and female spirit are converged into one serpent. The winged serpent has transcended its physical being, and now it can go from realm to realm. So we're talking about flying, we're talking about out-of-body experiences, we're talking about astral travel. So this is symbology for a form that is transmuting, that once the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine are united within the physical body, you become the winged serpent. And because the reason this is a sign of health and healing is because when you're in this state, when you get to this perfected state, physical illness cannot be present in the body because the energies are so perfected. In its earthly plane, the snakes are very bound to the earth, slithering on their bellies, which can represent the aura complex in the brain. R standing for reptile or lower base consciousness. But the snake also is constantly shedding its skin, transforming and becoming a new and more enlightened being. It is only when it unites with its own masculine and feminine energies that it's able to be elevated out of base consciousness and transcend through realms. Okay, so this is like really cool imagery here. It's very esoteric. Now the staff of Hermes is representative of Hermes Trismegistus, which is also known as Thoth, or Hermes the thrice great. Okay, this is also known as the staff of Mercury, and it was in ancient Greece. It was a symbol of protections of merchants and thieves. So now we go into why this card also is not about love. It's also about business partnerships and the exchange, the spending and the receiving of something, the giving and the taking. And the giving of the taking is done with the hands. And you look at the connections with Cancer and how the crabs have claws, and everything that kind of involves their life has to do with their claws. It's the protection, it's how they take in food, it's how they feed themselves. So there's also that relation to the hands here, the giving and the taking. And the reason you also see this symbol in the medical practice is, again, because when those snakes go up the spine and they unite at the 6th chakra, it's a state of perfection. And this is like full balance and awareness and consciousness. So the cups is a suit of emotion, and this is made to be a Cancerian card. As Cancer rules the hands, we have a depiction of giving and receiving with the hands. In the traditional reading, this card denotes new relationships, happy relationships, or good luck in business or trading. But then you also have this imagery and this rulership of Mercury, because of the winged lion here. So that Mercury is going to be your giving and your taking, that fast movement, and that going back and forth. So you have to look at the esoteric elements in a card to really get what they're saying. Sometimes it's not so much about relationships. Sometimes it's about learning how to give and receive, learning how to be humble, and learn how to be able to receive things and not be so much as the doer all the time. Some people have a really hard time accepting and taking, okay? So that was the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, December 22nd to 30th. Two of Pentacles, first decan of Capricorn, Lord of harmonious change, 0 to 10 degrees. Jupiter in Capricorn. Jupiter and Capricorn are in opposition to each other. So this card is very much about the balancing of opposites. Working and playing and getting your business and your personal life in order, trying to balance those things. Now, if you look behind him, the water behind him is tumultuous. It's like, whoa, this wave is hitting me. Is the boat going to sink? Is it not? But the imagery and the astrological associations are letting you know Jupiter rules the wheel of the year, which is the Wheel of Fortune. It's the number 10 card, and it's about the turning of the tides and the cycles in life. So this is about entrepreneurship, or if you're rebuilding your life and you're starting out new and you're trying to figure out like how you're going to pay these bills and how things are going to balance out. It's just letting you know that this is a tough period in life where you're going to have to juggle a few things, but the tides will change, and that is indicative of these waves here. So we have the changing of the tides, okay? So this imagery is so important in these cards, you guys. It's there for a reason. And you should also watch the decks that you learn on, because certain decks, they get very creative, and a lot of them are very beautiful, but they don't have that original esoteric imagery that you need to kind of relate it to the astrological symbols and the astrological meanings that are related to these cards. So the Rider-Waite is just one of the very best ones that you can learn on. So yeah, this is just hard times are not going to last long. A lot of times this is too. So there's a lot of work to go ahead, and there's a lot of change to go through. So you have to think about the turning of the time and the time periods, and we're just going to kind of ride the storm out until things get better. And this is also about money going in and out. If you're a business owner and you're starting a business, a lot of times it takes about 3 years for you to start seeing a return. So we're almost there. We're at the 2, but we're not at the 3 yet. So we are spending a lot of money and it's coming back in, but we're not seeing a return. So this isn't brokenness. This is progression. This is that things that are working, they're just not at a point where we're seeing a full-on profit yet. Okay, so those were the 2s, and we're going to go on. We have a lot more to study. We have a lot more to go forth with, and I hope you're enjoying this series, and I will see you all soon. Have a wonderful day.